Okay, y'all, buckle up, because this is probably the dumbest story time I will ever tell. This is the story of how I farted in class, my teacher blamed the class parrot, and somehow the parrot ended up getting cooked in the cafeteria. I wish I was making this up. So boom, I was in 8th grade. We had this science teacher, Mr. Peters, who for whatever reason thought it was a good idea to keep a class pet, but not like a hamster or a fish. No, this man got a whole parrot, a big green bird named Mr. Pickles. He'd sit on a perch in the corner squawking all day, repeating stuff he heard from students. Everyone thought it was hilarious. Now, this happened on a random Tuesday. I had eaten school chili for lunch. Mistake number 1. Because let me tell you, that chili was suspicious. It was bubbling in the tray before I even picked it up, but I was hungry, so I ate it anyway. By the time I got to science class, my stomach was already plotting my downfall. We're sitting there taking notes about photosynthesis or whatever, and suddenly, it hits. That pressure, that pain. You know the one. I knew I had seconds to decide, hold it in and risk implosion, or let it out and risk humiliation. I tried to be sneaky. I shifted in my seat, leaned a little to the side, and prayed. But y'all, it was loud. Like, no mistake, trumpet from the heavens loud. The kind of fart that echoes off the walls. The whole class went silent. My friend turned and looked at me like, "You're done." I was about to accept defeat when suddenly, salvation came. Mr. Peters stood up, slammed his hand on the desk, and said, "Mr. Pickles, was that you?" Y'all, he blamed the parrot. The whole class lost it. Mr. Pickles squawked like, "What?" which somehow made it funnier. Mr. Peters stormed over to the perch, wagging his finger at the bird, like, "You nasty thing." That was inappropriate. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there trying not to laugh so hard I confess, but it gets worse. Mr. Peters decides that Mr. Pickles must be sick. He goes, "This bird needs medical attention. Take him to the nurse." So he puts the parrot in a little cage and sends a student aide to the nurse's office. I'm sitting there like, no way this is happening. I just farted and now a bird is being punished for it. So they take Mr. Pickles to the nurse. But apparently, when they got there, the nurse was busy with like 3 kids who all claimed to have headaches because they didn't want to be in gym class. The cafeteria cook, Miss Linda, was also in there asking for a Tylenol. And somehow, in the chaos, she gets handed the parrot cage. Don't ask me how. Nobody knows. Miss Linda apparently thought someone was returning one of the cafeteria's live chickens. Why the cafeteria had live chickens? Another mystery. She just shrugs, picks up the cage, and carries it back to the kitchen. Fast forward to lunch the next day. Everyone's eating mystery meat casserole, and I swear to you, I hear one of the lunch ladies whisper to another, "That parrot sure was tender." Y'all, they cooked Mr. Pickles. The school accidentally served the class parrot for lunch. And the worst part, nobody even questioned it. Half the kids said it was the best meal they'd ever had from the cafeteria. Word spread fast. One kid told his mom, who called the principal, who had to call an emergency staff meeting. Mr. Peters cried in front of the whole school. He gave a speech during morning announcements like, "Mr. Pickles was a beloved member of our community. He will not be forgotten." Meanwhile, I'm sitting there guilty as hell because deep down, I knew the truth. Mr. Pickles died because I couldn't hold in a fart. The school tried to cover it up by saying Mr. Pickles flew away, but everybody knew. Everyone, for the rest of middle school, people called me Bird Killer. My friends would squawk at me in the hallways. Every time the cafeteria served chicken nuggets, someone would whisper, "Rip Mr. Pickles." Here's the kicker. Months later, at the science fair, some kid brought in a poster about birds, and guess what they put in the corner? A little memorial picture of Mr. Pickles with angel wings. And under it, they wrote, "Flew too close to the oven." I had to walk past that every single day. So yeah, don't eat cafeteria chili. And if you ever have to fart in class, maybe just take the blame. Because otherwise, an innocent parrot might get cooked, and to Mr. Pickles, if you can hear me from bird heaven, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to frame you. You were just in the wrong classroom at the wrong time.